And we're live, everybody. Welcome to Park Hoppin. I guess this is considered our second podcast. The first one kind of did well, except we forgot we were on a podcast and we kept showing pictures without explaining what they were. So we're learning, we're growing, and we're showing we're showing how to do all that. With us today, of course, is Tugs is with me over on that side. Below me, of course, is Lee, and we have a new person. Please be easy on him. This is his first time on a live stream.
Yeah, I mean, very nervous. Very nervous. Very nervous. Apparently, Drunk 3PO is the new Barstool Sports of the theme park world, where he's just ruffling feathers all over the place. So I'm gonna call you El Presidente of theme parks now. So you're like Dave Portnoy. So
boy, they're mad, aren't they? They are mad.
What did you do, Jay?
Mad.
What did you do?
So what I did was, I guess when we were at Disney Springs, we did that live stream where I walked around, and there was a Jewish lady with like 12 kids sitting around a giant table, and she just pulled out a grill and just set it and lit it and just started cooking hot dogs. So, but what was crazy is like when we saw this on like the news. Somebody sent me like some kind of local Orlando article with just that photo, like the one that we used for the thumbnail. And they were just saying like somebody was starting to grill over at the. You never saw it though, did you, Lee? You didn't walk that way when I was.
No, I wasn't with you. We broke off for a little bit there, and you came back, and you didn't think anything of it. We didn't even talk about it. Then all of a sudden, you realized, man. So I want to know how they got all that grilling equipment into Disney Springs in the first place. I mean, they had a big suitcase.
Well, see, that's the thing is a lot of people and a lot of our followers. I'm sorry, Tugs, I know you had something to say. A lot of our followers, are don't really understand the dynamics of the theme parks or Disney Springs. They just looked at it and said, "Oh my gosh, it's so horrible. They're grilling burgers." That's right. Not the problem was they were actually at Disney Springs. They were grilling. Like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. And the fact that they were able to get all the way up to that point and start grilling is pretty fascinating. Again, now I one time was at Walt Disney World, and we were looking for a parking spot at Animal Kingdom, and we were driving around like crazy. I mean, it was so packed that day. We're just driving because we got there at like, lunchtime, 1 o'clock. So you know how the parking lot can fill up in the summertime, and we're just driving around like crazy, me and my family. And I look and I'm like, oh, there's a parking lot right there with a lot of there's a lot of open spots, but there was this like patch of grass like 5 feet wide that was separating that lot and this one, and I couldn't figure a way to get in there. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna drive over the grass. Well, you're gonna hurt nothing. I drive over the grass, I go park. As I step out of my vehicle, Disney security is behind me. They pulled up behind. Where did you come from? Where did you come from? And they're like, this is cast member parking. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. How did you see me? Where did you come from? Like, they're everywhere. So for this person to actually be able to do that was a fascinating part of the whole thing, is how did they even get in there? You know what I mean? That was fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they lit a controlled fire in the middle of Disney Springs. Right,
mm-hmm.
Do some grilling.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a grill. It was a little like a tinfoil bowl. I don't know if it's a military thing or what, and it was little. It was like this big.
No, what it was a portable grill that you open because they're very popular here. Yeah, you could get them like at like Walgreens or wherever. And so it like it folds up and all the stuff is inside. So you open it up. And then you put it underneath here, and then you could set the coals on fire and everything. So it's really compact. You just kind of open it up and off you go. But yeah, so to get into Disney Springs is like right now. You have to go through security like you're getting into a park. So it was really, they must have just forgot to check a bag or something. I don't know. Like,
now let me ask this question, because right now that's a good question. So right now, how is it entering Disney Springs with everything going on? What's the process now? As it used to be, you basically walk in there. So
Yeah, they had a ton before all this craziness. They had a ton of different entrances. You can get into Disney Springs through a number of ways, but what we discovered is that they were kind of herding the cattle, so to speak. They wanted everybody to go in through one entrance from the orange garage and one entrance from the lime garage. Everybody had to go through the same checkpoint. They had the social distancing in effect. They had the temperature screening. I mean, it was maps all around, fences up to where you have to walk through here to get to here. Everybody was having to go to the same place to get into Disney Springs.
What was weird was the parking was like they funneled everyone to like 2 entrances, because usually we park in the orange. It's called the orange garage, and the way we come, you come up from the top and you start from like the middle of the parking garage and you work your way down. But they had that all blocked off. They had a lot of stuff blocked off, so they basically were just funneling people to a certain place, and then they had parts of the parking lot blocked off, and they made lines with like road concrete block or whatever, and so you had to like walk through, and then they zapped you with the temperature gun.
Okay, but think about it. This was a planned event for them. They packed up a grill, the coals, the food, if they had condiments, whatever, the toppings. I mean, whatever they were going to do, but they planned the whole thing to go do this in Disney Springs. Like, I don't understand what the drive was to go and do that.
I don't know either, especially because it was probably kosher food, which Disney Springs doesn't really have a lot of in general. So why you're going there in the first place when the restaurant that maybe does have that you would normally go to isn't open? The whole thing was just weird. It was pretty funny. Only Disney.
I should have stopped and recorded the whole thing. I just was kind of like, when I walked past, I was like, "Oh, the police are here," and it didn't register. The worst part about live streaming now, I had the mask on. It sounds like I'm a big, heavy dude and I'm a heavy breather on the live stream. I hate that. Everyone comments. They're like, "Dang, bro, you need to work out. Heavy breathing." I'm like, I'm trying to breathe through a freaking bandana. So it's just like every freaking live stream, everybody says the same thing. Like, yeah, big guy, heavy breather. That's really attractive on a live stream. Like, what do you want me to do, man? What do you want me to do? But I should have stayed. But the poor lady was just pleading with them. She was pleading with them to finish. Can she finish cooking the hot dogs? And
they're like,
and of course, the way the Disney police works here, I heard after speaking with them, is a little different than the way they work in California. As we all saw the fight in Toontown, the Toontown brawl.
Throwdown in Toontown, baby.
Throwdown in Toontown. The Disney police just kind of they couldn't touch anybody. They just kind of stood around waiting for the real police to show up. So
Florida is not like that.
No, it's a little different. They have like their own police station and fire and rescue station and everything like that. But they had the real cops were there really quick. And once the real police officers kind of showed up, they shut down everyone's like, because I was off to the side kind of laughing at them. And but once they got there, they shut everything down. And I don't know. I don't even know how they put the fire out or anything, but that was crazy. What happened was when the article came out, what you guys don't know is I was like, I think I got that on the live stream. And so I called Jeremy. I was like, what do you think? Should we make a tweet or something about this? He goes, no, man, throw it out on YouTube. So Jeremy clipped it and put the watermark on it. And I was like, well, let's see what happens. It blew up wonderfully. I wish it was like 3 minutes now with all those views that we would have.
We would have done monetization already.
It did do good though. It did good, and it got some decent traction. So I was pretty happy about that. All right, so we got about 70 peeps up in here. I wanted to show you all something really quick. I'm not gonna launch it right this second, but I do want to show you guys that I am working on it. So can you give me a screen share?
I can.
And we do have Park Hoppin merch coming.
I want one of those, and one of those. Oh, wait, that one.
And
those socks?
Yeah, socks, mugs.
Those socks are killer.
Yep, even got
the leggings, man.
So,
not that I wear them. I don't wear them.
I am going to be launching that very soon on the new website. So just kind of keep your eyes open for that. So I am working on it. And they will be available in every color you want that's offered on Teespring. So just want to let you guys know that it is in the works. So we got a lot of good things in the works at Geeks and Gamers right now. It's amazing how many moving parts we have.
Beautiful.
So, yep. Pretty sure does
yeah,
Teespring
I've had people in Australia buy stuff off my Teespring store.
And we will still have a direct store with Geeks and Gamers as well. But the fact that Teespring offers so many different options, but I know the onesie is out there. Everybody's wanting onesies. I'm working on that. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in the works.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Everybody's excited about one person. That's it. The only guy that no one said no one's gonna buy a shirt. So we'll prove him wrong. It's all good.
Absolutely. Thanks, Porkins. You're a gem. And we know Stubbs is gonna buy one.
Let's see. The drunk onesies. Yeah. Can everybody hit the like button? Because apparently people that don't like me are really downvoting this live stream. And it's usually the other way around. It's usually when Jeremy does a live stream, they downvote. And
it's true. Smash the melee button.
You know what's crazy at Disney Springs? I remember telling you guys, everybody, I was like, man, all these YouTubers went on their channel saying, we're not going to go to Disney Springs on opening day. Mm-hmm. And then they lied about it. And they showed up and went anyway.
Everywhere.
They went anyway. I was like, wow. And their excuse was like, well, after seeing other people there early, we figured it was safe to go.
Oh, okay.
So I went and watched all of them. I was like, you're the one who said you weren't going. And now
review go? Did TPR go? I don't think they did. I think they stuck to their guns.
Walt Disney, but I mean, we ran into Resort TV. I don't know if you saw that, Jeremy. That was kind of funny.
I saw that.
So we kind of crossed paths, and then they retweeted the tweet, and good old Lyndon grabbed both the screenshots while I'm yelling like a crazy man. Is that Resort TV? So, Jay would have had what's that? But her didn't have a wide
English, Ryan. English.
Yeah, I don't know what he's typing there, but yeah. So that was interesting. But I mean, it was nice to see a lot of things open. Like even the hat store where I got the world famous fedora was open, and just so many. It was just nice to see people open. Nobody was being rude or pushy, or there was no Karen types around wanting to see the manager or anything like that. Oh, I see what he's saying. He was like, yeah, there we go. That's what it is. That's what it is.
It'll be interesting to see how, if anybody changes their personalities when the Disney store opens, World of Disney, when it opens on the 27th.
27th.
And by the way, we're about 20,000 minutes from the threshold. So we are very, very close. So it's going to happen probably within the next week or two. So
I tell you, my goal is the end of May. I was going to get it to get it done by the end of May, because we've got some cool things. It'll be nice because there's some cool things coming up, because June 1st, Legoland possibly more than likely will open. And we'll be there. Actually, Tugs will be in town in Orlando that week, so she'll probably join a few of us to go to Legoland on their opening day, and then Universal Studios will be open on the 5th. And Jeremy, I hope he gets to be able to come, but if not, it's all good. But I know you were trying to make it.
Yeah, but, I'm still going to see if I can make it for June 5th. So let's see. No promises, and again, this is mainly because of the website. This is the website is the most important thing right now, and I've got to stay on top of that. So, so we'll see. But I would say it might not be 50-50 at this point that I can make it, but it's possible. But I wouldn't say count on it. But I'm at least considering. So,
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll get that website done, and you can come down. That'd be awesome.
Person.
Our biggest concern, though, of Disney Springs was they kept pushing this narrative of even if you had reservations, even if you had something lined up, once it gets full, we're sending everybody away. We're turning everybody away. So, and I think that's going to be the other issue with like Universal and Legoland and all these places opening. We just don't know what to expect if a lot of people are going to show up. Like Disney, we had no problems getting into Disney Springs. It was not full at all. So it wasn't full at all.
No, it was just weird driving around the parking garage because the entrance that we're used to going to was all closed off. So they had us go further down, and then we had to like make U-turn and then go into this weird entrance. And then finally we got into the garage. But other than that, yeah, it was wide open.
See, if for some miracle we get monetized before the 5th, Jeremy needs to go to Think of the Fans.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying right there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Think of the fans, Jeremy. Think of the fans.
I am. That's why I want to get that website. That's what I want.
No, I hear you, boss. We hear you.
Now,
Tugs has like a breakdown. Oh, go ahead, Jeremy.
No, what's the latest on Disney? Like, have they announced when the a full opening yet?
No, they're supposed to propose dates sometime in the next few days. Whenever the next task force meeting is, they're supposed to be presenting their plan. There was a source that was at one of the meetings and said that Disney, one of their things is to open between 20 and 30% capacity. That has not been confirmed, but they are talking about that instead of the 50% capacity that Universal is doing or that Legoland is doing. But that's it. That's all. We don't have any dates or anything yet. We won't know for a few days.
Okay.
Probably
Could
Monday.
you imagine going to
Disney? Do you think Disney is kind of letting Universal take the first step to just kind of test the waters there, and then they are following suit? Because I feel like that's the pattern. That's what's happening. City Walk open and then Springs open. But then when we first got word about Springs, there was only a couple places, and then it's like the dominoes just fell.
Yeah. And more restaurants are opening as each day goes on. Like the Twitter accounts today, some of the bloggers are like, oh, hey, this shop is now open. We didn't know that. It's open all of a sudden. And so Disney's like sneaking in their restaurants and shops opening. They're not announcing it. They're just kind of opening.
I find that very weird because Disney doesn't bend to anybody around here in Orlando.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's true.
You know what?
And for them to let Universal get the jump on them, or
It's
even
very shocking.
Legoland, is very shocking.
Gatorland opened today. It's open
But
right now.
Even the restaurants at Springs, the ones that first said they were going to open were not like Disney restaurants, right?
Yeah, correct.
Wine Bar George was. By the way, can we just give a big shout out to George from Wine Bar George, right?
Yes.
For starting a trend, giving us that exclusive. That was a lot of
He gave
fun.
us. He texted us to invite us to the restaurant on opening day, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right
Interview, which is
but I do find that weird that Disney. I think if this is just a guess, I don't know if it's true, but if Disney can only open to 20 or 30%, it might not even be worth it for them financially to do that. It might even cost them more money to operate a park that big with that less of people.
And that's a good point. That's a good point that we gotta. I know it's pretty easy to kind of hate on Disney for everything they've been doing recently, but if you haven't been to Walt Disney World, like Walt Disney World and Universal Studios it's night and day compared to the operation. Walt Disney World is twice the size of Manhattan. Walt Disney World is massive. It is a massive operation they have going on. This is not just a flip the switch, let's open back up this day. There is so many moving parts. They had to get rid of a lot of their their international cast members and the student program. Those people helped keep the park running. So it's not as simple as I think the Universal aspect. And I'm not saying that that's a simple process to open back up, because it's not, because it's still a very large theme park, 2 theme parks as a matter of fact. But Disney World, we're talking 4 theme parks. We're talking 30, 40 resort hotels. We're talking the Wide World of Sports, talking Downtown Disney. We're talking the monorail.
2 water parks.
2 water parks. I mean, it is if you've never been there, and even if you've been there, I went with someone years ago who went for his like graduation, and he went to the Magic Kingdom. I took him back years later with him and his wife. He had no idea the scale of Walt Disney World until I took him. He's like, "Holy crap! I never knew it was this big." So
there's some
massive.
people that only go to Magic Kingdom and don't see the rest of it, so they don't know.
Right. Castle. That's it.
Yeah. It is unbelievable how massive that operation is. So it's a little more complicated than anything else. So that needs to be noted.
They're their own county, technically, right?
Yeah.
They're their own county. They have their own local government, their own police force.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Could you imagine? I live in the Disney County.
They've got plenty of land to grow. Right?
This is what I always tell people. People, when we criticize, they're like, why do you have an annual pass? I was like, listen, if you live here, it saves you so much more money to have an annual pass if you live here, because we're not talking theme parks. We're talking movie theater discounts, restaurant discounts. I mean, all kinds of things that as many times as I go to theaters and things like that and use a discount, it ends up paying for itself. So, and also the Disney annual pass for Florida residents is hundreds of dollars less than anybody on the outside is going to pay for it. So it's really,
and they have different tiers.
Tina wants me to adopt. So, I don't know. I don't know if I could adopt you, but thanks for the offer. And you know what's really weird, Jeremy? Is like driving down that road, they took all the Skyliner cars off.
Oh, really?
And, everything is like empty, like buses and all the transportation stuff is all gone. So we were gonna drive up on a golf course and just start playing since nobody was out there. Kind of walk up and just start playing.
That was open the longest too. That golf course didn't shut down until mid-April. I think it was.
Yeah, I forgot about the Skyliner because it's so new, and I've only been on the Skyliners once. So I forgot they were even there, but they're cool. I love the Skyliners.
They're all parked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, those are the things that people don't realize. You could ride them without having a ticket.
Yeah, just like the monorail
all over the place without going. And we're gonna do that. Yeah, they took them off. But that's got to be one of the reasons, because the president of Walt Disney World is also on the Florida Reopen Committee. He's like one of the people that the governor put in charge of reopening the state. So there's got to be something to it. I don't know if Disney would just open a park like Animal Kingdom. Or
I can't see that happening. I can't. I would see them having to open all 4 parks. I could see them. Right? I could see them keeping the water parks closed. I could see them keeping the water sports closed, but I can't see them opening 1 park or 2 parks while 2 others are closed, or vice versa. I would think they would have to open all 4 parks, get all of the transportation up and running. What's the deal with the resort? So, like, were the hotels open, or did they have people in the hotels during this lockdown?
They took them out. They shut down the 15th. I think they had until, if I remember the article right, they had until like the 20th or 21st to get out of the hotels. All guests had to be gone. And that was when Disney Springs closed down too, because Disney Springs closed down almost a week after the parks did. They stayed open, and the hotels stayed open that long to give people, because they have so many international guests, to give international guests time to get home. And some of them, I don't think some of them even got to go home. I think there's still people out there somewhere that are probably stuck in an Airbnb or something somewhere.
And I want to share this because Jeremy is here. I broke this story as a rumor on the last podcast because of my cast member friends texting me. I said I can't really share or say anything, but they were telling me that the Adam Silver and all these people were at Disney all week, and that's one of the reasons why Disney Springs was open sooner. And so they were all looking into the wide world of sports, and just look what just broke right now. I don't know if it broke. Look what just came out right now. The NBA says it's talking with Disney. This was 55 minutes ago about resuming the season. Yeah, of course, they would pick a picture of it like super crowded like that. So basically, Yeah, they would do it at the Wide World of Sports complex. I spoke to Ryan about this. I actually texted him, and I wonder if they have any information that wasn't anything that I didn't know. Let me just skim through this real quick, and I'll just tell you what I.
That's so funny. I have that same link up here in my tabs.
Ryan says he's about to make a video. Ryan's gonna make a video for Sports Wars. So,
Ryan, can you
shout out?
Ryan, can you attest that I gave you this story last week? Can you at least tell me that I said, "Hey, I think this is a hot take," that someone just texted me that Adam Silver was there talking about the NBA? Can you at least tell me that? Anyway, so can you at least say, "I want to thank my boy Jay for giving me this tip"? Anyway, I'm just kidding. But so what they were saying was that they were looking at a couple possibilities of putting like some kind of weird. Now again, rumor, speculation, blah blah blah. Don't take this as fact. My sources are better than yours. Apparently, my source was correct on this one because it's just coming out now. Anyway, about putting some plexiglass on some of the stadiums. And if you've ever been to the Worldwide Sports, they actually have sometimes they were playing like indoor soccer, and they actually had some things around the state, like where people were sitting to, yes.
I wouldn't be cheering that loud with that last comment.
I know what it means.
Oh, he was so nice, and then he wasn't.
It's all right. That's Ryan. That's why I love him. I just wanted him to confirm that I called him and said, "Hey, man, something's coming." Anyway, so what they were going to try to do on the Worldwide Sports, there are some arenas on the inside that they can put. It's just a weird setup. Like if they played in the indoor soccer, they could put like a plexi thing up for people to kind of sit, but that wouldn't enable people to sit next to each other, but it would keep them off the players. And so the other rumor was that they would allow a small section of local people to come and watch some of the games. So I told my friend, I was like, "Can you get my name on the list, please?" Because I'll go to the games for Sports Wars and everything else. Like I'll go to the games. Like I'll sit by myself way out in the nosebleed, whatever they need, just to get photos or something. So he was just like, well, they're coming in to look at the facility. And basically what would happen is the NBA, again, don't quote me. The NBA would start near the end of June, and it would probably be the playoff teams up. So, and again, this is coming from a cast member that just was hearing stuff. So it doesn't mean like I don't know what they could do. Could they do a smaller season? Could they do a shortened season? Could they do this? Could they just take the top 8 teams from both divisions and just have a mini playoff?
That's what the NHL wants to do. 24, the top 24. That came out earlier today too.
What do you think about that, Jeremy? Is you more sports or
yeah?
You think that would work, or how would that?
I think no matter what they do, I think that people are going to put an asterisk beside whatever this decision is. I don't think that any decision is going to make people happy, but I am all in favor of anything to start getting the ball rolling again, to get sports back into the equation. I don't care how it's done at this point. I mean, I was just having a conversation with someone last night, my cousin, about like how, I'm worried about the NFL season. So the sooner the NBA can get the ball rolling and we can start establishing a precedent, the better off. So I'm 100% in favor of this template that they're offering, because ultimately, no matter what they do, there's gonna be a criticism, and I think there's gonna be an asterisk beside whoever wins the NBA championship, regardless of what they do. So,
people have to remember it was kind of the NBA who started this domino effect. Remember, we're on the Sports Wars chat, and NBA just comes in, we're canceled the season, and then we were like, "What? What just happened here?" And then all of a sudden, it was like, "Okay, these people were next. These people were next. These people were next. These people were next." So it was kind of like, or did the NBA pause their season first, right? Didn't they like stop it? It was something along those lines, and then they ended up
indefinitely. Yes,
that's what.
Krista Joe says apparently there's rumors in the travel industry that Disney will reopen on June 15th, though there's also talk that it's not the parks, just the resorts.
So, right, exactly. That's another thing they told me was that the first thing they're trying to get finished is the resorts, and the reason why is because of the NBA.
That makes sense. Yep.
The reason why is they get the resorts open, they can get the players in, they could play the season. Disney's going to cash in on that. The problem is because the TV deals and all that stuff will have to go through them. But the issue is watching a game. Can they just pipe in like crowd noise to make it a little more exciting?
I was like, y'all got to put some noise in here. It is ridiculous. No way.
That's what they're doing. All their wrestling now is in Orlando, and it's just like, wow. Without the crowd being there, it's really a different.
Yeah.
It's really different to watch. Now I heard not that we're getting into a sports thing, but they also were talking about the Major League Baseball doing the same thing, just playing without no fans.
Well, and Joe just said there are apparently different phases of reopening Disney, and the first phase was Disney Springs, then the resorts, then the parks themselves, and that falls right into what I've been saying about Disney World is such a mega operation that I don't think they can just flip a switch and just open Walt Disney World. It's again, there's a misconception about that. Like, it's not just a place you just pull up for and walk into for the day. Like, it's such a massive operation. There's so many moving parts. There's thousands, tens of thousands of employees on property. So I don't know if there's tens of thousands. How many people are on? How many employees do you think they have? There's thousands for sure.
40,000, I think.
How much?
40.
40?
Yeah,
okay, so there you go.
Between 30 and 40,000.
And I think a lot of I don't even think they count the international ones as employees. They count them as students.
Yeah.
No, because there's international employees too. There's actual international employees too.
Yeah. There's got to be a bit of restaffing, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, if they let go all the international.
They put out a month ago. I said this to Jay a month ago. They put out applications. They are accepting applications for Germany and Norway in Epcot for starting August. So which lines up with Oktoberfest.
So I agree with Jeremy, but I think there's a wild card with Epcot. I think if they're going to hold off opening a park, it's going to be Epcot. All the attractions are closed doors. People got to be put in groups, packed together. Social distancing does not work. And then everything else is the international stuff, the World Showcase. Food and Wine Festival is always packed. But if they can get things open up, restrictions lifted by the state by then, no problem. But Epcot, I think, is a wild card.
That's been everybody on the Twitter socials that we follow that are cast members or insiders and stuff have been saying that this whole time, because Epcot's also, it's a mess right now. It's under construction. They're building Ratatouille. They're tearing down the whole entrance. They're doing it's a hot mess.
Yeah.
So they can take this time to just nuke it completely, finish what they need to finish. And it should be, if they keep on schedule like they have been, everything should be done by August, which lines up with the Germany and Norway people getting rehired, Oktoberfest, Food and Wine Festival, and it all just snowballs.
I mean, that's their bread and butter, right? Food and Wine Festival. That's like the big Epcot draw.
So yesterday there was home video of them operating the monorail for the first time since the closure.
Yep, they turned it on. Nobody inside, but they turned it on. Other than that,
look how excited Tugs is just by that. She was smiling when she was talking about it.
That makes sure it still works.
So one of the questions in the chat are there any rides that are going to be closed at Universal Studios? Now, from what I heard from our friend that works there, he said no, but it will be weird. Rides such as the Transformer ride. Have you ever been on the Transformer ride, Jeremy?
I have not.
Okay. Well, that's another reason why you gotta go.
No, I haven't been to Universal Studios in years.
Oh, it's a different. You won't even recognize it.
Jeremy, take a break.
You won't even recognize. The last 5 years, 6 years has been all right. We hit 100 people. Very nice. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy.
Hi, Krista. Hi, Krista.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Krista's in here. Hello, Krista. Hope you're feeling better. But have you been on the Spider-Man ride when it was open on Island?
Yes.
Okay, so
it was great. I almost dropped the F-bomb. It was freaking good. I almost dropped the F-bombs. Park hop, and we can't drop F-bombs.
I know. There's some kids watching that. I know. Watching. So it's almost the exact same ride. The way the carts work, so you're crammed in. with 4, 8, 12, 12 people, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
12
similar-
people
it's very
cram into
similar.
a car. So what he was saying was it's going to be really weird where it's going to be just one party at a time. So many of these rides will, if you're just there by yourself, will have one person.
Wow.
One person. But the thing that's going to mess up the lines. Now, what we saw at Disney Springs and at City Walk was these giant stickers of where to stand. And he told me that they're going on every single line, which is going to make the lines look really, really long. And the wait time, don't be fooled because it's just going to be 20 or 30%. Because if they're spacing things out on roller coasters, so like the Hagrid motorcade ride, which Jeremy got to do, probably the best.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best rides in Orlando right now.
Hands down.
Is it better? Is it better than Flight of Passage?
Equal. I would say they're equal.
If it's even equal, that is
I would
high
say
praise
equal.
because Flight of Passage
Really
is
good,
probably
man.
the best.
It's
Flight
so
of
good.
Passage is the best ride I've ever.
Yeah, Flight of Passage is on another level.
Yeah,
Well,
I have heard that Hagrid's ride is fantastic as well. I've heard nothing but great things about it. So
Hagrid's ride features 2 people. And what he was saying, he says, and this is, again, rumor, speculation, possibility, is that they would have to space it out. So it'd be someone sat here, then an empty seat, then someone sat here, then an empty seat, then someone sat here, and an empty seat, and which will also make the lines longer, so they're not getting as much people flushed through. And so he said it's all going to see. Bring your grandma.
Not wrong.
I'm sorry to report, they don't do that anymore. They used to be able to do that. They don't do that anymore.
too many people are abusing it. So.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. They basically say, put grandma in this motorized car and let her sit and drive through. No more passing. So, yeah, the grandma pass sadly doesn't work anymore.
But Disney still has their EDA separate lines anyway, so I don't know if Universal does. I've never looked.
105 people in here. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Jeremy, for joining us. I know you've had a busy day.
Busy day of streaming. Geeks, Game with Geeks. Then we had this, and then we're streaming on Ryan's channel tonight, and we got Mara Jade's stream. I'm not going to be joining her stream, but I'm going to support her stream tonight. So yeah, busy Saturday. But yeah, thank you to everybody being here, supporting Park Hoppin. Jay and Tugs are absolutely passionate about this channel. I know they've had a lot of help from Lee and Justin Proper and others. So thank you all. Just another dynamic to Geeks and Gamers. So.
It's fantastic. So what Universal is going to do is they're going to do a soft open on the 1st for team members and cast members, and I believe some of their family members are able to come to this soft open to try it out. And yeah, I don't know. And and so I think that's going to be their tester. Like, okay, that worked well. That didn't work well. And then they're going to are they having another kind of open?
Yeah. So the 1st and 2nd are team members and family, immediate family, I think. And then the 3rd and 4th are annual pass holders, which you are getting an email invite for. So if you have an annual pass already, they've sent out emails that says, hey, we're opening, stay tuned. We're going to do special stuff for you guys. You're going to be invited. So I don't know if it's the first come, first serve. That has not been specified yet. So the 3rd and 4th are annual pass holders. And then June 5th, all heck breaks loose and they're opening the doors to everybody. So
50%, right? 50% capacity.
Legoland is 50% capacity. Universal has not announced. They said limited capacity, but they have not given a number as of this morning when I checked. So we don't know. I would imagine probably around there. But they have updated their app with a bunch of the more popular rides to virtual line queues, which Volcano Bay has been using for years since they've been open. So you get in line on the app and then you don't have to worry about standing in line. And then they call you, kind of like the way the Rise of Resistance does it. Hey, T- this time, and you go and you get boarded on. So they've got their more popular rides are getting those on the app already. Volcano Bay is masks recommended, not required, but Universal is required. So that'll be interesting to see.
Let's be honest. We're all here to watch Tugs. FYI, one of my cat's names is Tugs.
Hey!
I had a cat. had a cat named after you. Yeah, congratulations. I think Jeremy should buy me an annual pass. Universal Studios. Sorry.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Yeah, I was coughing a little bit.
Okay.
Too late now. All the emails gone out already.
Someone,
You know,
yeah.
I think maybe you should get the channel monetized without calling me if you want me to buy you that.
I knew he's so good with those comebacks, man. I was like waiting for I was waiting for that. Thank you. Exactly. He should. Anyway, what I'm saying is I could have gone early to the early one, but we have tickets for the 5th. So Park Hoppin will be there on June 5th.
Right.
They actually, the workers there want to see Jeremy, but if he can make it, he'll be there. If not, it's okay.
Not that we're guilt tripping or anything, but
no pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Jeremy by Jason. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna be at both openings. We'll be at the Legoland opening because I have a season pass. That's the thing though. Everyone in this area, they've been home, they've been in their house, they've been cramped up, and the Legoland season pass is only like it's $100. So it's not much. So people, I think, will spend money on $100 to get out of the house, and it's good for a year. So $100 compared to Disney, which is what, like $800 annual pass, and I think Universal's is like $550, $600.
So are you telling me you can get into Universal sooner with an annual pass? Is that what you're saying?
They send out invites for the opening.
Yeah. What day is the annual pass opening? The 3rd? Yeah, the 3rd.
Are you saying if I buy you an annual pass, you can get it on the 3rd? Is that guaranteed?
No, it's not guaranteed.
Oh, because I was going to say, if it's guaranteed, I'll buy you an annual pass right now.
Sorry. It's not guaranteed because they've already sent out email invites to the ones that have already had it. So the ones that they cut payments off of, and they've already sent out emails. So I DM'd them on Facebook Messenger. It was like, hey, how is this working? And she got back to me and was like, your emails are going out, so if you haven't gotten one, because I was like, we have one, quote unquote, but it hasn't been activated yet, kind of thing, trying to feel her out, and she was like, emails have already been sent out. So,
well, I mean, as of right now, they keep sending me messages saying if you and Jeremy want to go, just let me know and we'll leave a ticket for you at the gate. So, but I do know. The only thing is, like, we still have to pay for parking, which is, if you don't know, parking at Universal, even the cheap parking is almost $30. So it's like $30 a pop to go. But the annual pass, you get free parking.
And Jay will have an annual pass by tomorrow. I'll buy him one. So.
Oh, look at that guy,
dude! You're grinding. You're grinding on those theme parks, and the more access you have, the more content you
see the power of the cough with Jeremy.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's gonna be clipped and used in the wrong way.
Film gob will grab it, and then it'll be all over. Yeah. So. Jeremy only has subs due to his Z card. Oh yeah, too late. There it is. There it is. Oh, look how everybody's happy.
Yes.
That woohoo. Hail Jeremy. Yeah, I see. He always likes to do stuff on the live stream to make him look better than.
I asked you the other day on the phone privately, what do you need to. Why is there some kickback? Why do I hear my. Why am I hearing myself? Do you guys hear me? Like or echo?
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Okay. But anyway, I asked Jay on the phone. Asked him, what do you need? Do you need anything? You need any equipment? Is there anything you can do that I can get you that's going to help you? And he doesn't bring up the annual pass. Yet here we get on the live stream, and he's like, I get Jeremy some. I was on the phone with you 2 days ago, and I asked you what you need. And then after I agreed to it, because he asked me on the live stream, then he's like, he always likes to do this on the live stream.
It's just
way to go, Jen.
110 people in here. Thank you. very. I don't know how to handle that, but that's just how it is. So, that's just how it is. The echo is coming from me because I don't know how to use equipment. I have a new microphone, and it's like
he doesn't even know how to use his equipment. You're gonna get him a pass. Oh,
yeah. I mean, look, it's just everybody knows me by now. That's just the thing. Yeah, I don't know. That's how it is. I appreciate that, man. I think we'll talk about that afterwards. But they got us all hooked up. They got us all hooked up if you can make it. If not, definitely down the line. Jeremy will be back in Orlando to visit.
No, I mean if I can't make it for this opening, and there's still some kickback, and I don't know where that's coming from. But if I can't make it for the opening, I will make it within the next month or two to get down there because I want to go to Universal. I want to experience it. Just right now, like I said, with the website and everything, that's the bad timing because this thing is keeping me busy constantly right now, and so we'll talk about it though. But I'll definitely make it down there for sure in the near future.
Yay!
I mean, Universal's gonna have Nintendo Land, okay? Like it's and Hate Monger just mentioned it, but I mean the plan is to get Jay over to Japan for that release.
Yeah.
So that's that. I'm fully committed to making that happen. It all comes down to It all comes down to if everything continues to
monetize for. Yeah, we got stages. So,
but it's that's definitely something that I want to make happen.
One stage. But all you guys just being here, hanging out, listening to us talk about theme parks and everything. It's really helping out the channel greatly. We have 112 people.
Smash the melee button. Simple request from a simple man.
Welcome to the nicest channel on Geeks and Gamers.
Oh, by far. This is the nicest, least toxic channel on Geeks and Gamers by far. And this is why Ryan will never appear on this channel ever.
If this was on the regular Geeks and Gamers, this comment would have a lot more colorful language. There'd be a lot more colorful language going through. So, it's oh dear Lord. It'd be hilarious. So the other thing that is gonna be gonna be an issue is I don't even know if you have one, Jeremy. I don't even know if you have one. But do you have a face mask?
I had my family gave me one or two that I've never worn except for once or twice. I wore it to Walmart when they basically kind of felt like it was required. But if I can help it, I don't put these face masks on. Now, if I have to wear one in order to go into the park, whatever, I'll wear one. So I have one that I can wear. But I choose not to if it's an option. So
yeah, Universal is mandating it. Legoland is not, but Universal is.
They're suggesting it though. Legoland
Legoland recommends wear one. Yeah.
I probably will wear it to Legoland. You probably should too, just so there's no
backlash
in case they change their mind at the last minute.
Oh yeah.
So Jeremy needs a face mask and a fedora. That's what I'm hearing.
He wore my fedora, and my head is so big. When he put it on, it sunk down over his eyes because I have a giant head. Man, everybody wants something with the Geeks and Gamers logo on it. I'm just telling you.
I know. Hey,
how does that make you feel, boss? How does that make you feel that everybody wants something with the Geeks and Gamers logo on it?
I try not to think about it too much. I mean, it's obviously humbling and everything. I constantly just want to continue building. People like Toxic Brood. Look, Toxic Brood screaming for a car video. So Toxic Brood goes from he called me a fake Nintendo fan because I was confused as to what game Mahler was playing yesterday, and then he tells me how much he hates me to play Mario Kart, and then he's like, "But you're my your prime prime rival or something like that." And then he screams at me, and then he tells me how much he likes me, and now he's calling me out for being on the theme park channel. I can't, and now he wants a car video. I can't keep up anymore. There's not enough. So
sweatbands, Mario Kart hoodies. I don't even know what this. I don't even know what Laura's saying. She wants a.
Oh yeah. I know. I told her I was going to try to make that happen. So I've got to sneeze. Hang on.
Go back up to Chris' comment, Karan.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Chris.
Mm-hmm. So that is a very interesting point. Universal has that on their frequently asked questions. It says if you have a disability that prevents you from wearing a face covering, you will be referred to guest services to discuss ways we can accommodate you. Not entirely sure what that means, but you may not be able to get it. Disney Springs is turning everybody away. You
want to know what we saw? What I saw at City Walk as far as face masks. Now when City Walk first opened, I wore the face mask. I had no problems with it. I still sounded like a heavy breather on the live stream trying to breathe through that thing. We all know what that means when you sound like a heavy breather. It means you need to exercise some more. Anyway.
Or get a thinner mask.
When I went on Sunday, it was 97 degrees when I went. Now that became a problem for many people. Mm-hmm. Many people had an issue with their face. You could see, listen, I ain't the epitome of health, but there are other people that anyway, I'm saying they were you know what I'm talking about. They were seriously struggling with that mask on. They had to go inside to air conditioned places just to you could see them pull their mask off and just it's so hot, and then put it back on, and then oh my gosh, I'm like, how are they gonna walk around theme parks all day? So when we were there at City Walk, there was a group of people wearing motorcycle helmets as a mask, as a face covering. They just put it on.
Wow.
And they were walking around with it because they didn't want to put it on the
Well, what kind of mask were they using that they couldn't get adequate
It looked
air?
very similar to the one that you had on.
Some homemade stuff? Did they make one out of a sock?
Well, even these.
It looked like the one that you had on. It was a pull down, and they could just pull it down and then pull it back up.
I can't pronounce it. A baklava. I can't pronounce it right. Yeah, one of those.
Like this?
Yeah. Yeah, but you had a different color on the other.
Yeah, you had the tan one on, but yeah, same. But that's not. Yeah, how thick is it? It's not very thick, is it? Or is it? No. The bottom line is humidity and clothing or cloth in general. It's going to be a struggle as it gets hotter.
It was hard when it was hot. I'm not going to lie. Of course, I had a bandana that day, so maybe that was an issue. But but I was seeing that's the one thing I noticed. Everybody was like,
yep.
Where can I take this off? And they said, and so they were telling people, you can only take it off if you have food or drink.
Starbucks.
Right? So people were buying stuff to sit down and take their mask off. So,
Yeah.
God, Laura, I swear. And so they were sitting down to take their mask off while they had food or drink. Now, I went and got ice cream at the Cold Stone, but even inside the restaurants, unless you were seated, they wouldn't let you try to take your mask off. Somebody was there. Can you put your mask back on? So I don't know how that's going to work out or how long the masks are going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
I don't know how long the mask, because you have to understand where the three of us live. I would say that it looks like we're opening faster than the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Does that sound the point? He's basically come out and said, even for sports, we were talking about sports earlier. He's like, hey, look, you want to get sports back on the map? Get them down here to Florida. We'll accommodate. We'll find a place where you can play. So he's working. But
I mean, Jeremy's over closer to the Alabama side. So I don't know if it's any.
No, I mean it's different. I've never felt like it was bad here anyway in Pensacola. I mean, obviously there's been some things that have been limited, but at no point have I ever felt like I was absolutely confined to my house. and it's just never. I mean, it's been bad, but not comparatively speaking to what a lot of people have been dealing with. So, it's just been a thing. People haven't been freaking out here necessarily. People are wearing masks. People are wearing gloves. And the full extent I've gone to is I have been, and this is kind of a thing I've always done though. I really, really, really hate picking up a gas when I get gas, touching the handle, just because, I'm really careful with that. But I've kind of always been careful with that, just by picking that up. And but yeah, it's been good. So
it was weird. We had dinner at Wine Bar George, and it was weird. All the servers wearing gloves and masks, and just that they're trying to explain certain things about something that you wanted to order, and all through the mask, and no menus. You had to pull everything up on your phone, but they did have little barcodes that you can scan, so it came up rather easily. You didn't have to
that's how you had to look at the menu. So explain how that worked.
So when you, at least for Wine Bar George, when you check in at the hostess station, they have a barcode, and they refer you to that. Say, pull out your phone, scan the barcode, so the menu and everything comes up, and you have it readily available to your phone. So then they take you to your table, and then everyone's flipping through their phone, figuring out what they want to eat or drink or whatever, and then the server comes and hears you out. So they don't hand you any menu or anything anymore.
That's crazy.
And the other thing is, the menus are, so far everywhere I've gone to eat that's been open is very limited. So now Bubblegum Shrimp had toss away menus. It was like they printed it out on on a piece of paper, and then once you were done, they just threw it away. So they had, and there was only 4 things on the menu, maybe 5, like 2 appetizers and a couple dishes, and then limited drink service too. So
we did say,
again, I think everyone's just trying it out and seeing like what's going on. But dude, at the end of the day, when we walk through Disney Springs, like people, the social distancing aspect wasn't really. It wasn't really I don't know. It's like people just didn't seem to care.
I think it was there, but it's like, if you got to walk by people, right? Some places are really narrow to get through. There's people going to be in there. You're going to walk by them. You're going to be within 6 feet, but you're not gathering. You're not standing still around strangers and people. Usually in stores and stuff, when you're going to check out, that's where they place those stickers to say, stand here, be 6 feet apart. There's the next sticker, practice social distancing. But as you're walking through the store, people are looking at stuff. You're walking right by them. You don't have that distance, but as long as
we go into the store, and the first thing is, I won't name her name or anything, but she was with us, and she just like, oh, look at this. I want this. Oh, there's a big sign. It's like, don't touch anything. It's just like, we're so used to that as a society. To like, what do you think of this? Hey, what do you think about this cup? What do you think about that? And now it's like we're living in this weird world where everyone's covered up. You can't touch anything. Some people are more covered up than normal. It's kind of interesting to see. They look like a giant Ziploc bag. Like they are like covered, and they can't be comfortable. I don't know why they can't be comfortable. But it's just a weird norm that I'm interesting to see like how they're going to do these. Like I said, like these theme parks going early, and it's just going to be I guarantee it's going to be a lot of trial and error as far as that works, that didn't work. We got to fix this. We got to fix that. And so on and so forth.
Yeah, because I mean, this thing could pick back up again, when the weather cools down, and it's going to start this all over again. Like I never thought I would live to see the day where Walt Disney World closed down for more than a massive hurricane, situation.
Yeah,
and here we are.
Jeremy's here. Jeremy can attest to this. When there's a massive hurricane, Disney will shut down for they will open up before anything else because they have their own power generators and their own electricity department. And they will advertise to the Floridians like, hey, I know you might not have power for a few months, but come to Disney World. We're open.
100%.
Like, just come on, everyone's open, and it would be like 2 hours after like the major part of the storm like left. Like you'd get like a thing on the app saying, just to let y'all know we're gonna open at 6 p.m. and maybe do some fireworks for everyone that's really like probably lost their homes. And everything.
If they shut down like that, it's for that. It's based on the hour. They don't ever shut down for the day. It's like storm passing through. Okay, we'll shut down for a couple hours. As soon as it's through, we're open back up.
And it's the safest, honestly, it's one of the safest places you can be too. I've said this before, but it really is because of all the tunnels and their evacuation plan. Should something really bad like the hurricane like sit on top of Disney for 3 days, they have this evacuation plan for everybody, and they literally will just keep everybody that's there underground for as long as it takes. And they've got food, they've got bathrooms, they got running water. It's like a little community underneath the ground. It's great. Yeah. Their plan is nuts. The safest place you can be. It really is.
It is.
Did you ever get to see that working there? Their underground. I heard their underground system is unbelievable.
It's at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's only a Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. It's only
okay. I didn't know if it stretched out.
Just at Magic Kingdom.
But even the other parks have their own safety measures that are. Forget about it. But yeah, Magic Kingdom has all these little tunnels, and it's like a little city. It's ridiculous down there. It's awesome. It's cool. It's awesome.
Really? I'd have no idea. I have no idea.
It's cool. I wish I had grabbed some photos of it, but I probably would have been fired.
Don't they do? They I mean, not now. Probably. I'm saying under normal business, they do offer tours, right?
Really?
When I was there, but I don't know now. Maybe, but not when I was there.
I feel like they do.
I did hear that they offer tours, and they'll take you to like the first part of the tunnel system. But that you don't get to go in deep.
You don't get to go and walk through the room that has all the Mickey hits, which is
yeah.
You basically go by the door and they go, and that's our tunnel system.
That's our tunnel, yay! And cast members are like, hey, on their lunch break.
Now, if we hop over to the California side of Universal, Legoland, and Disney, the governor over there has locked them. They have a stay-at-home order all through the summer.
Yep.
At this point.
So whoever predicted California,
we're pretty much thinking that Disneyland and Universal California will not open in 2020.
Nope.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That's insanity. That's what that is. Wow.
Yeah.
I have never been to any of those theme parks on the West Coast, so I don't even know. They're not as complex as Orlando, I assume.
I just don't know how some of those businesses are going to recover if forcing them to be shut down.
The local restaurants that aren't owned by the theme parks and the hotels.
And even all those little hotels right there, because, I mean, Universal, that area is going to be fine at some point, the area itself, because it's right smack dab in the middle of Hollywood. It's Hollywood. They'll recover eventually. Yeah. And Universal Studios on the California side doubles as a filming lot. Anyway, so that's going to be okay. But Disneyland, it may never open again. This may be the end of Disneyland, just depending on how long this goes, which is mind-blowing to me. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me.
Has anybody here been to Universal Hollywood?
Mm-mm.
No.
Uh-huh. I have.
Yeah. Oh, you have? Mm-hmm. It's really small?
It's small. It's very small. And it's on the edge of a cliff. So they can't build. Like their Harry Potter world, you go all the way down the escalator, and their Harry Potter world, Simpsons, is all on that top level. And their Harry Potter world is this little area. You walk through Hogsmeade, you loop back around, you walk back out, and that's it. It's just the castle and the ride in the castle, and then this little kids ride, and that's it. And then you can go through a couple of shops and stuff, but that's it. And then you keep going and you go down again, all the way down again, and that's where Jurassic Park, the backlot tour, and all of those things are down there. But it's literally on the side of like this cliff in the Hollywood Hills. It's crazy. It's bananas. So
so our friend Eat the Magic there. Hello. How are you gonna deal, because he goes and eats the food over there at the West Coast? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do they still have the Back to the Future ride?
The Harry Potter train, it doesn't move, it just sits there. And you take a picture in front of it.
Our train is just a photo op. Really? Oh, see, Jeremy hasn't seen all that. He hasn't seen the the Harry Potter train that takes you to the two different parks.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
It's So cool.
Yeah, how awesome that is.
We should do Universal Hollywood because then I can take you through it. But because without, I can't describe it right. You have to see it for yourself, and it's so small, and they don't have the room to build. There's literally nowhere they can go.
Don't they have the new Jurassic Park World open over there?
So that ride, yeah, but that ride is the same. It's the Jurassic Park original ride. They just revamped it because they literally cannot go anywhere. So they tore it all down and built on top of the same. It's the same ride, basically. It just is updated, and it's more Jurassic World now, and it's got the movie screens and stuff.
That's what they're doing over at Universal. They're revamping the old ride.
The River Rapids, the River Adventure, Jurassic Park River Adventure.
Yeah, yep, and that's the only one we have over there. We're not getting a roller coaster like you guys are. So,
wow,
it's quite the layout. But the backlot tour is fun because you never know if you're going to run into a celebrity or not.
This YouTube channel, we got a backlog to upload from Walt Disney World. Okay. Hey. Yeah, there you go. That's
crazy.
That's the theme park food, man. A food review channel. That's great because theme park food. Man, I love theme park food, especially Flame Tree Barbecue at Animal Kingdom. I could talk about food the whole time about theme park food, but yeah, Flame Tree Barbecue, whew, so good, so damn.
So
good.
Jeremy likes you like your hamburgers with nothing on it, right?
It depends. I mean, it depends on where I'm at. I mean, like for instance, like Five Guys, I always get A1 and barbecue sauce, meat and cheese. You know, when I go to like certain, it just depends on where I go. So when I go to In-N-Out Burger,
I've never been.
Meat and cheese, the best burger on the planet. Meat and cheese only. Boom. So
when you went out to eat with Doomcock, he got a plain.
Yeah.
What did he call it? A dry,
I think so.
I don't know how I do it, man. My hamburgers gotta be like dumped on with everything. So
I gotta have all the toppings.
You're welcome.
When I heard him order that on your live stream on the video, I was like, dang, Doomcock eats 2 pieces of bread and a hamburger. Boom. I don't want nothing else.
Yeah, you're welcome. Eat the magic. You're welcome. But yeah, it's just it just depends. So yeah, there's sometimes where I'll have ketchup on my burger. It just depends on the burger itself. You know, so like but generally I eat them meat and cheese.
Flame Tree is where when I first met Jeremy, he took me out there. We had barbecue sandwiches too. So
Flame Tree's fantastic.
Yeah, I know. There's no In-N-Out Burger where I live. So
no, it's only on the West Coast, guys. You gotta come out.
But we do have something called Wawa. I don't know if that's on the West Coast or not.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, look at Jeremy's tired. He's been streaming all day.
I'm not. I do have stuff to do, but that's okay. No, I'm thinking about more food now. It's all I can think about. Like, all I can think about is food. Like I can't remember the name of it. Is it? There's a place over in Epcot with fish and chips.
Rose Crown.
Yes.
Yes.
So good.
Jay didn't like that place.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Cancel drunk 3PO right now.
There's authentic fish and chips right there. What you talking about? Oh,
so good.
I like Germany, man. So we went to Germany, right? Us two.
The buffet.
And my first time going. And actually, the food on the outside, you get the bratwurst thing, right? So we go. So the first one time we go, we get the bratwurst, and I'm standing there, and it starts to rain, and I trip, and knock all my food like right on the entrance of their store, like mustard, sauerkraut. You remember that?
Yeah.
So no, I was wrong.
I had it. We bought it. We went to sit outside, and the rain. You know how Florida is. When it rains, it's like boom. It's coming down in buckets, and I'm like, oh, we got to get inside. But then I just fall, and like it goes everywhere.
No, I was wrong. It's not Rose and Crown. It's the Yorkshire County Fish Shop.
Oh, on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside. That's what it is. It's a little place where you sit outside. It's just a little. It's a little place right there. Oh like gosh, so the fish and chips are so good. They're so good. It's a quick service. It's basically a quick service, is what it is. So
Yeah, but some of their quick service is fantastic.
The fish and chips.
The brand new restaurant that we just tried, we reviewed at Epcot that's in America, the barbecue place. Well, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of it. You remember the name of that?
The Regal Beagle.
Yeah.
Give me a screen share. Give me a screen share.
It was made by the Muppets.
Right here.
Regal Eagle. Regal Beagle is from Three's Company. Sorry.
Oh, I've walked past that a million times. I have never eaten.
Yeah, Yorkshire County Fish Shop, and you eat outside right there by the water. There's always ducks and birds out there.
Yeah.
It is so good.
We've sat in there. We sat in their seating area all the time.
It's so good.
You don't get fish and chips. You don't like it.
So we went back to Germany to their buffet, and we go inside, and we were like, it's not, it ain't the cheapest place in the world, but it's not the most expensive either. So I like it. It's my favorite buffet. It's one of my favorite buffets at Disney property. But when we first went, remember we couldn't find the regular buffet. We went to the kitty one, and I'm like, it's so short, and I'm like bending way over. And Jeremy, y'all know how tall I am, and so I'm like, what kind of buffet is it? Why do we spend all this money on like corn nuggets?
Yeah,
like what is this?
Yeah,
and
I was like,
she comes over and she's like, "Excuse me, sir, you want to go walk over there? That's where all the food is." So we went over. I was like, that's embarrassing. I got a plate full of like little kitty corn nuggets. I thought that's all they had. I was like, what the heck is that all about? So, but I mean, my favorite restaurant of all time at Disney's found at Epcot in the land. It's the Garden Grill. The Garden Grill buffet is my absolute favorite restaurant. I would eat there every time if I could.
I've never been there.
I can't wait to do a food review there.
So it's a family style. So you sit in like your booth and they bring you out like a platter, and it's all like home.
There's no menu.
Right. Everybody gets the same thing, and you take what you want off the platter. Right. Eat whatever you want. And the cool thing is that Epcot has their garden and stuff. The seats rotate around the whole restaurant, so you get to overlook the garden and
that is so
there's
cool.
some character meet and greets too.
Living with the Land right there.
Living with the Land, the boat ride. Yeah,
Living with the Land is one of my go-to. Like, I don't care every time. I have to ride Living with the Land every time. I love it so much. It's so relaxing, and I just love being on that ride. But you can kind of see the Garden Grill kind of rotating, up in the top when you.
That is so cool. I'm definitely gonna have to eat there when they reopen because I've never been. That's awesome.
So Jeremy, I'm like a foodie too. Are you into like just the quick service stuff, or are you into the fancy dining, the whole ball?
It's just different. I mean, I have what's the one over by the Wilderness Lodge where they do the ketchup? What is that?
Where they did the ketchup?
Yeah, you ask for like a bottle of ketchup and they bring you like
100 different bottles.
Yeah,
different flavors. Oh my god.
Somebody's going to tell us in the chat right now, but it just kind of depends. It's more so just I can be at Art of Animation and just sit in their food court all day long just because of the surroundings.
Whispering Canyon? Does that sound familiar?
Yes, Whispering Canyon. That's it. It's Whispering Canyon. Yeah, so it's really just more about the feel, the vibe you get. So I mean, it's different. I mean, what's the one over? There's a place in Magic Kingdom. It's kind of a quick service, but you also can sit down. It's over by, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's very popular. They've got fish and chips there too as well. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, it's just different for me. Different places like California Grill is great. What's some other ones? I've done. Oh my gosh,
that's a great question.
What?
So okay,
wait. Are we gonna have buffets?
Let me tell you something. So Treasure Island out here.
I didn't mean to cut you, Jeremy. I apologize.
No, that's fine. Columbia Harbor House is what I was talking about. Drunk 3P Ho has got it. Columbia Harbor House is amazing.
Drunk 3P Ho is on.
You're on the ball, goodness gracious. So Treasure Island Hotel out here. My roommate told me this last night. My mind is blown. They got bought by a new owner a few years ago when they revamped everything. They spent $3.6 million on a buffet to revamp their buffet and modern and do all this stuff to it. They are tearing it down and turning it into a sports book, because when they reopen June 1st, they're not going to be doing buffets.
Buffets are done. However, I have heard that some places are like having, for Disney, it would be cast members. It'd be like cafeteria. Like they're going to serve you. You walk up with the tray and then they dump the food up. But that kind of takes the fun, because if I want to get a whole big mountain of macaroni and cheese or something, I can't do that. I'm limited by their spoonful.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, Disneyland Shanghai, their buffet restaurant that has the characters and stuff, they opened and have been open for a couple of weeks. I'd have to look into it and see how they're serving the food, but they reopened theirs. So I think that's going to depend on how they can follow whatever guidelines they need to follow, depending on the layout of the place. Like Cape May Cafe's buffet probably wouldn't open just because of the layout.
That's the best breakfast ever.
Yeah, it is.
All you can eat breakfast buffet, Cape May Cafe, character dining.
That's why I like the Garden Grill, is because I can knock everything out while I'm there. I can get the steak I want, the dessert I want. I can get my photos taken with all the characters without having to wait in line for like 3 hours to find Mickey Mouse. They're all there. They all come to you. They come to you to get your photo taken, and then after
you go ride with the land.
Then you can go ride the land.
Yeah,
and take
And Soarin's right there too. Everybody's
Soarin. We have on the California side.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy, you're gonna if you ever come up for a couple days, man. Everything's so different since you have.
Yeah.
I know.
Last time you've been.
I can't wait.
Especially Universal. So and listen, if you need to go, I totally get it. I put in the private chat. We try to go 2 hours. I know you've been
okay. I wasn't sure how long you were going to go, so I'll probably bounce here in about another 10. So
So and then we just kind of answer questions from and just try to go.
No, I think this is going to be a good, this stream should probably get us really close to that point. So what I would urge everybody to do is once the stream is over, put it on replay and just replay it, maybe from a different account or something like that. Help us get that watch time up. And because we're close, we're very close. So exciting times.
You hit the fast pass button too while you're down there.
That's right.
Are we on the down votes?
Holding strong at 11.
11. All right. All right. So Trey, there's still a possibility that they could have a Horror Nights. It might be a little different than what they had in the past, but talking to my friends there, they're saying that don't rule it out yet. Don't rule it out. The only issue is it's just how they're going to do it. And besides, by October, 2 things can happen by October. Everything's back to normal, or a second wave comes through, or I don't know. I don't know. The craziness of no politics here, but the craziness of the election is coming, and all these things are going to be happening, and you know how it gets. And
I think it'll depend on who wins, personally.
And one thing I want to let everybody know, because we have pretty good crowd here, is once the forums launch on geeksandgamers.com, the new geeksandgamers.com, we will have a theme park section on the forums, and we urge you to all come in there and have those discussions with us over there, because that's going to be cool. So
we will plug that. Every live stream and video will have the forum link in the description.
Is the plan to do the live stream every day, every Saturday? Is that what you guys are going to try to start doing?
We wanted to follow, as long as we could make it, we wanted to follow Gaming with Geeks.
That's a good call. Because it's obviously, if you continue that consistency is the key, and so this is, we've seen the Gaming with Geeks go from, barely hitting 100 to then now we've peaked around 300. We're kind of maintaining a couple hundred now. So and this was doing really good.
19 people in here, so
so the only issue is if right now it's me or you could host, so we would have to, if for some reason I couldn't host, then we'd have to work on that, but we can, that's an easy, we can make that work. And then the other live streams are normally me at the parks, or one of us are at the theme parks, so that's usually how it goes. But we also I spoke with Odin and Justin today. They concentrate more on stuff like Cedar Point. Hershey Park, those theme parks. And so they would like to join me on Park Hoppin with the two of them to discuss the non-Disney type of parks and roller coasters and stuff like that up north. And so they're going to get me a date, which they can come together, whether once a week or every other week, to talk about what's going on with those theme parks, what they like up there, different things like that. So that's coming to the channel as well, which will be pretty awesome because that's what they love. They love those parks. Now, me and Lee have been to for years. We went to a trash park called King's Dominion. I don't think it's called King's Dominion anymore. I don't even know what it's called.
I didn't even think it was still open.
It's still King's Dominion.
Still open? Still open?
Well,
yeah. When you're like 15 and you go to King's Dominion, it's the greatest place in the world. When you go when you're like in your 30s, you're like, what the heck is this dump? Like, what is it?
Still closed King's Dominion. It's still closed.
Well, it usually doesn't open until like May anyway, something like that.
Well, it's definitely seasonal because of the location, but
yeah, that's the good thing about, having Justin and Odin here to they bring a different dynamic, you know what I mean? So they are not really into the big, like the big two with the Disney Universal. They're more into, Cedar Point and other, parks, which is, it kind of rounds out, park hopping, so I'm happy with that.
We have that. We'd also go to Hershey.
Yeah, Hershey Park. So I hope in the near future there'll be some road trips in Park Hoppin when we get to visit. If you really want to see me have a Ryan moment, send me to King's Dominion for the day.
Lee's like, no.
Send me and Ryan to King's Dominion for a day, and you'll really see something. Now, I don't know if this is Park Hoppin worthy, but it might be. Carol Baskin's Tiger Preserve is about 40 minutes.
That is absolutely Park Hoppin worthy. I want this to happen right now. I didn't know about this. I approve this right now. I fully approve this.
So she's in Tampa.
Yes, I
fully not too far. Now Anna, that Star Wars girl, has messaged me 100 times. She goes, listen, I gotta come to Tampa. Don't go to that park unless I'm there with you, because she wants to experience the Carol Baskins at the same. Now, if right now it's not open, it's closed, so it should be opening with like everybody. It opens up with the not theme parks, but the general park. She'll be able to open up her.
Jay, I'm 100%. I will fund this trip right now. I'll get you a hotel. As soon as this park opens, I want you there. Okay, done. Do
you want me to run around going, Carol Baskin's fault? Look at that trash on the ground. That's Carol Baskin's fault.
Yes, absolutely. This is happening. So,
all right. So I'll look into that. And would you like to go, Lee? Since we're all right here.
Done. Of course. Done.
It's done. No brainer.
Happening. You tell me when this opens up, and I am making this. This is a priority, a Geeks and Gamers priority, right?
It's not missing an opportunity. You kidding me?
You might put it on the main channel, but we'll see. And also, if you're new here, I just want you guys to know, for those that are new here in the chat, Park Hoppin was something that Jeremy always visioned. And when I came on board, I was like, dude, there's something I live right near the parks. It's something that I love. So he gave us the task. I said, look, we're going to Halloween Horror Nights. Why don't we start doing theme park reviews for the channel? Man. And he was like, oh, that'd be great. So we did this Halloween Horror Night review. He put it on the main Geeks and Gamers channel, and it got the lowest views of any video he's ever had on that channel from its beginning. It was amazing how low the views were from that one video. I couldn't believe it. It was that low, and I was like, "You'll never have me do a theme park."
And now we have our own channel. Look at that.
It took a while, though. It took a few months after him pondering and thinking. Hey, you were there, Lee. You remember the guys that would shout out, "Another video, where's Jeremy?" And we're like, like, oh, wow, all right. And the one dude, I was like, Jesse goes, well, you've seen him, right? He's on the Geeks and Gamers channel. He goes, no, I don't know that. I don't know.
I don't know who that is. Is Jeremy here though?
The guy look. The guy
starts.
starts.
He's not.
One of the guys starts screaming. Like this group of people are screaming. It's Jeremy with another video. They start screaming, so we turn around.
Hey, look at the private chat.
Like, oh man, you know gamers. He goes, man. We never miss a video. Where's Jeremy? And then Jess is like, oh, you never miss a video? Oh, Jeremy's not here, but Drunk 3PO is here. And the guy's like, I don't know that guy. At that time, I had made at least 4 videos for the main channel. And so I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, all right, I'm done. I just walked away while
I know you got so sad. We were trying to be so positive. We were like, he said, yeah, I don't know that guy. Well, you will. You're gonna
that's right. We were I was live streaming from, oh my God, where was it, Ryan? It was Universal. I think I was with Candace, and someone's like, it's Ryan Kennel. And I was like, I'm not Ryan. And he's like, are you no, man, Ryan Kennel. I was like, no, I'm not Ryan.
Yeah, but we were on the Skyliner when somebody recognized.
They recognized this shirt, remember?
Yeah. They were like, hey, it's Drunk 3 as the doors were closing.
It was a cast member.
It was like, it was
and we were stopped. I was stopped at Disney Springs twice by cast members saying, tell Jeremy to keep up the good work. When I had the Geeks and Gamers hoodie on. So they're like, hey, Geeks and Gamers. I was like, yeah, you know Geeks and Gamers. And they're like, I said, yeah, I know Jeremy. They like tell him keep up the good work. We tell him to keep up the good work. So it's crazy. And I remember I text that to you like when it happened, Jeremy, that people are like, oh, you criticize this and that. I was like, no, people are listening. You know, they understand what we're trying to say about what we're trying to do here. And like with the theme parks channel, it's like we just gotta have some fun, man.
Yep.
Gotta have some fun, but still call out the still call out the BS when it happens.
Yeah,
so
see, Jeremy's not bad of a guy.
Maybe I'll be I don't know, maybe next time if I grow a little bit more, they'll think I'm Odin or Josiah next time. Like, Josiah rises! Yeah.
I'm waiting until I get mistaken for you. I just put on
there it is right there. Boom. I'm gonna have to bounce right now, guys. But yeah, in the private chat, don't say anything publicly about that. But that's and I misspelled the word I typed anyway. But whatever. But yes, thank you everybody for supporting us, supporting Park Hoppin. Continue to
you show one last time before you go. Can you show the merch just one last time? If
let me pull it up.
That's before you go. So we want to let you guys know that this is happening. It's happening soon. And I hope to have my shirt and phone case. I don't know if you have the iPhone Max phone case, but
I hope so.
To have it because I still have the one your relative gave me. I'm still using that one.
So boom. Okay, there we go. So Park.
I love it, man.
Right here.
That's awesome.
Purse.
Huh?
I want the phone case and the leggings and
socks.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the socks, man.
Look at that sweatshirt. It looks so comfy.
And obviously you can change the colors because this is on Teespring, and this is just a Teespring shop. We're still gonna have the actual Geeks and Gamers shop as well, so so you can get it in different color, whatever colors they offer. For everything, they offer something different. So so different colors.
That's cool. Yeah, I was glad because the green, I don't know. I love that.
I'm not ready to launch that store yet because I'm still trying to get some other stuff together, some more designs, gaming with Geeks, Geeks and Gamers, and then Park Hoppin' and
look at
Sports Wars. So
look at everybody loving the merch.
Yeah, that's great. So so thank you all for the support, Geeks and Gamers, with the website, the main channel, the Twitch channel, Sports Wars, Park Hoppin', Gaming with Geeks. Everything's just incredible right now. So we'll be on Ryan Kennel's Twitch channel tonight, RK Outpost, playing Rocket League, and support Jade Shadow tonight on her first monetized stream. And other than that, thank you guys, and thanks for being here. Smash the melee. Watch these videos. Talk to all of you later. Okay.
Bye, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
All right.
See you, boss.
We have 130 likes.
So we're just gonna go like another 20 minutes if you want to hang out, but I know like we'll see how it is. Interesting comment. Park hopping. Disney could have their own police force if they wanted, but they opted to use Orange County Sheriff. Yeah. What we're saying is that there is a Mickey Mouse.
It's like security.
Security. Yeah, I guess saying police was the wrong word. I agree. It's like it's more of a security.
Disney jail is real, you guys. I know that it's a running joke in the Disney community, but the Disney jail, it's real. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Don't get picked up by security. He will not like your experience.
There's probably a liability running your own police force. So.
Oh yeah, probably.
I'm just saying, like when we drive down that one road, the fire department right there,
and the gas station.
You know that they have. Look at the numbers just drop when Jeremy leaves.
Oh no.
We knew that was gonna happen. So it's okay. It's okay. He is the celebrity. This is his company. I'm honored. We are all honored to be here and grateful that he has allowed us to have this type of channel. So it's fantastic. And thank all of you guys for just hanging out, man. It's absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, you know, yeah, we know we're loved. It's all good. It's just kind of funny. It's just kind of funny. Nathan wants to know if you're speaking from experience about being locked up at Disney.
Not me personally, but let me tell you what, those cast members, they go wild. No, I'm just kidding. But I've seen people get picked up. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I was just making a joke. I was just making a joke. No dissing on anyone that left. It's all good. You want to know the truth about Jeremy? There are people out there that follow him around hoping, and they're not fans. Yeah. They are hoping he would say something so discredited that they could take him down. So that's the only reason why they follow him. Wherever he go, they follow his Twitter. They're like, oh, he's going to be here. They will watch and wait and hope that he says something to take down Geeks and Game. I'm telling you. That's how it is. Tina says, my son volunteers with the local PD and they've got a very hands-off until necessary approach. Yes. Because of the pandemic. Oh, interesting.
That's a lot of police departments right now, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
Brian says, love you guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all being here. Now, what I'm hoping is I also when we go to Legoland or Universal, well, Legoland doesn't have any restaurant. Actually, they have like everything is like quick service at Legoland. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah,
from what I remember. And so, but Universal doesn't, and so I guess they will cover. I guess they'll do the same thing that we saw at Spring. So Tugs will understand that. Tugs will be in Orlando next week. And she'll understand how it all looks with all this social distancing stuff. But when do you think all that will change? Like, what will have to change for them not to have us wear masks or anything?
I don't know.
It's just going to be a phased approach. They're gonna let this run for a couple weeks, and then they're going to check the test cases to see if the trend still is going down, and then they'll open it up to a higher capacity.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because Dr. Fauci came out the other day and was like, enough. He's kind of done a 180 a little bit and was like, it's enough. It's time to reopen the economy while practicing social distancing because we can't do this much longer. Now, even he's on board with that. So it'll be interesting to see if anything changes or if they readjust any of the phases. I don't know. Hopefully not too much.
I think the social distance. You want to hear a funny story? Everybody want to hear a funny story? I think that the social distancing might do well there. So let's take the Magic Kingdom for instance. Me and Lee were at the Magic Kingdom, and if you don't know, he's my brother. So What are you shaking your head for?
Magic Kingdom. I don't like that place.
Oh,
because it's crowded.
We were at Magic Kingdom, and we were in line for the Haunted Mansion. And while we were in line, there was a child that must have been, how old was she? 12, 13?
Yeah. I think I know what story you're telling. And yeah,
it's just that story. And we were right. So it was me and Lee and this family that was in front of us. And we were just standing there. And apparently this girl like talked some sass to her mom.
But we didn't hear that.
Well, yeah, we didn't hear that. We're just like, but we're so crammed in the Magic Kingdom. We're so crammed in because of the Magic Kingdom, the way the line works there, that we were like really like kind of close, but we didn't hear her talking sass to her mom.
Yeah.
The mom turns around and slaps the thunder and lightning out of that girl, like right in the side of the face for either cursing or something.
Okay, it wasn't one slap. She just...
Oh, no.
It was serious. And we're right there, and you're just kind of like... The girl goes on. She doesn't fall, but she kind of like... She starts to cry, and then they were just like, stop crying. And the girl got up and stopped crying. She
got down on the ground. She sat down and curled up and
like in a little fetal, like, and then they were like, get up and stop crying. The line's moving. And she got up and she was like, fine. But we were just like, I wish it wasn't so close. If that girl would have if she would have bobbed and weaved, I could have got hit in the face. And that's all I was saying. Like if she saw mom coming and she was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what's going on? Where? You would have caught me.
Yeah, if she'd have missed, we would have been knocked out. One of us would have. Like Mike Tyson.
I would have been gone.
So I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. So it was like some of those things I'm kind of like...
Yeah. Well, in Haunted Mansion, everybody's on top of each other anyway in that line. That line is on both sides of the country. It's just so crammed in all the time.
You're in the happiest place on earth. What's wrong? Why do you gotta beat the snot out of your kid in front of everybody?
Kids are brats at Disney. I don't know. I don't know. I miss Haunted Mansion.
I don't know if she was being a brat or what she was doing, but she got slapped pretty hard. And there's like things that we like. You go to the theme parks long enough, you see things. You know. You see things, and some of the worst is like the after ride when they get out of the ride and the kid throws up like right in the so like for most of the, if you ever been on roller coasters, when you get off the exit, it's still like a confined line.
Yeah.
You know, so when you get off and your kids are just like,
when you see the puffy cheeks.
Yep. And
you just
has those stupid covers on them, so you can't point the kid to the trash can. Like even if you were to catch him in time, you can't point the kid at the trash can. The trash can has a stupid door on it.
Dude, it's awful. And then you gotta like walk around, and then like you have two kinds of moms. Some mom's like, I'm so sorry, my kid is sick. Or you have the other mom, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Right. Your kid just threw up all over.
And then they
see, like, this is the other thing. Me and Lee were at Universal Studios with a bunch of friends. We were in line for the Harry Potter ride. It had just kind of opened. And we're in line, and somebody dropped. And the way the line works, it's going up. So it's like a zigzag. And you could, like, see people's shoes as you go up. And I'm standing there. You remember this, Lee? And somebody dropped their drink all over me.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a slushy or something.
And it was like, I think it was a butter beer. So they dropped it, and it hit the ground like where their foot was, but it splashed up, and it came over my clothes.
Oh.
And so I look at Lee, And listen, I'm not a small guy. When you see me, 6'4", 260, I'm a big dude, okay? And so when I'm like looking at Lee, what does he do? He starts laughing. And I look up and I'm like, who the heck did, like, I'm loud. Like, who did that? Remember? And whoever did it took off.
Well, like, you can't get to them anyway. The way the lines were, you can't get to them.
Either he or she snuck off, or they played it so cool. Like, they knew what happened. They knew they messed up. So, yeah, I had it.
Oh, no.
It wasn't on my hands. The way it hit was like a wave. It was really weird. It kind of came across. Right? Yeah, and so
it's hilarious. I just started laughing.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, of all the moments of time that could have happened, of course it happened when I was standing there. I was looking for the person, man. Like, the whole time I was like a little aggravated in the line. I'm like, all right, who dropped their drink? I'm like loud, like, who dropped their drink? No one would even turn around and look at us.
At least say sorry. Jeez.
I mean, the way, if I remember, the way the lines work, it could have been somebody set it down, and then somebody may have kicked it, and it just kind of tipped. It wasn't like a weird science moment where they intentionally dumped it.
Yeah, they definitely dropped it. They definitely
Oh no, that's your next.
I can tell you the one thing that I hate, and yes, I can use the word hate at theme parks more than anything in the world. I don't know why. I cannot. What?
Nothing.
What do you think?
Bubbles.
It's the bubble. It's those freaking bubbles.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say it.
I don't know why I don't like them. I can't stand
because they go in your face because you're tall. And
every time I've had an experience, it's just been a little kid like. It's so if you don't know what they are, they're like
they spin. It's this. I don't have one. It's like I don't own one.
Oh, it's like this big. It's like this big. It's like a gun. And they hold a button and it just shoots thousands.
It's one of those rip-off toys that your kid begs for, that they have to have, and you get it for them, and they play with it, and then once you leave the park, they never play with it again. It's just
yep.
You might as well.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Preach. Where is
those
that?
toys are so dumb. They're so dumb.
Bubbles.
Yeah, the bubbles themselves don't bother me, but the toy is stupid. But I'm also short. So the bubbles don't come in my face. The bubbles go into these guys' faces because they're tall. They're rising up in the.
I don't know what it is. You're having a good time. You're talking, and all of a sudden you walk into this wall of like bubbles.
I just swat at them.
Those things, like you pull the trigger, and like I mean, if you've never seen them, it's like thousands of bubbles, like rapid fire. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, your kid isn't cute at all.
And when the kid is looking at, when the parents are like letting the kids shoot people, when I'm there, they're like, bubbles in your face. Yeah, the mom's like, oh, it's so cute. Look at all the bubbles that my kid's putting in this world. It's beautiful.
It's so cute. Mommy, that man popped all my bubbles.
I know. I'm walking around like, get the freaking bubbles out of my face.
It's true. I've seen him do it.
The worst thing is I was with Tugs. We were at Animal Kingdom, and we bought a giant soft serve ice cream. You got to have soft serve ice cream, and they only sell it in certain areas in the theme parks, which is really sad. I don't like the scoops. I want the soft serve, right? Yeah. You get the twist. You get the vanilla chocolate twist on the cone.
Yeah.
Right? You get the soft serve, you're walking around, and some little kid shoots a bunch of bubbles in your soft serve ice cream. It's aggravating, man.
Oh God!
There's another thing that kids do. Those.
I don't like those. I do not like those.
Because you're in line and it's like.
It's a strong word, but I do not like them.
It gets everybody wet.
I don't like them at all. I hate those things.
I always run into the balloon guy.
Oh, balloons drive me nuts too.
But you're short. You can walk right under them. My thing is, if they're holding on 500 balloons and it's windy.
They were aiming for you, Trey. I'm sorry to tell you. I mean, if the kid is little, then yeah.
The balloon guy at Disney Springs.
We saw that at Disney Springs. The wind was blowing, and the guy's like holding on to like 100 balloons with like dear life.
You about floated away like up.
And as soon as the wind changes, it knocks over like 100, like 50 people. It's like, oh. And then if you're standing there, it's like.
You're swatting at them.
I will say this, though. The balloons at Disney are extremely creative, and I think they're really cool. Like now they all light up. You can get them that light up.
Yeah.
The BB-8 balloons, for whatever it's worth, is kind of cool. The R2-D2 and all that stuff balloons are cool. They have like balloons within a balloon with like glitter spinning around. I don't know how they do that.
They have Mickey ears that look like a balloon within a balloon now.
Yeah. That's the ones they had at Disney Springs the other day. I saw the photo. Super cool.
It says, I think they spray everyone but the fan owner.
Right? That's not how that works. That is not how that works. No, you know what my biggest gripe is? And this is so stupid because it's Disney and I'm never going to get away from it. Strollers.
They did put them in it.
Strollers.
Yeah.
I can't.
I must correct you. They do allow bubbles at Animal Kingdom.
No, balloons, not bubbles.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I read that incorrectly.
Balloons, no.
Yeah, can't do balloons.
I don't want them like falling in the animal trap, you know. The thing about Animal Kingdom is if you've never been, they have like that bird cage. I'm always scared. I'm gonna take a doo-doo right to the face. I'm not sure. In those bird cages, you know, when you walk in and like we've all been into them, right? Those birds like dive bomb you when you go in.
They do.
You know?
Especially if you have the little cup of syrup.
Thank you. Exactly, Red Sea.
Red Sea, are you new? Red Sea, are you new to this channel? Because I think this is the first time I've seen you.
I think so. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Yes, people with strollers have no awareness for hitting other people's ankle. That's the worst feeling, the back of the ankle.
The Achilles.
And then they get mad at you. And you're like, lady?
Excuse me, I'm trying to get by.
I don't care. About your 12-year-old kid sitting in a stroller he shouldn't be in. I literally could not care less. Stop it.
I don't like the double and triple, strollers.
I once had a mom run over my foot in sandals with a stroller when I was 12 at Disneyland. I then fell over and she looked down at me and said, "Watch where you're going."
I've seen that happen so many times. Oh my God.
Well, now it's the electric scooters.
My mother-in-law ran me over with a motorized scooter at Magic Kingdom and broke my foot. Dang.
Yeah, I don't like those either. I'm so sorry, Tina. That is wow.
We're gonna go for about 10 more minutes, people. Just hang out with us. We're just gonna try to answer some of y'all chat. Jim says Crystal Palace is one of my favorite Disney restaurants. I agree with you. It is also one of my favorite restaurants at Magic Kingdom. The issue is that it is buffet.
Yep.
So I wonder how that's gonna work. But it is buffet that's covered. But I still wonder how that's gonna work. She says not new, just missed live stream sometimes. Okay. Oh, awesome. We try to notice those things. Common Sense America says people on electric wheelchairs think they are battering rams.
Yep. Although I tell you what, you can catch one and you can walk behind one. They will get you through the crowd real quick.
I am amazed that those individuals can get those motorized carts through the lines on some of them. It's so narrow, yet they're in there and
Yep. Or that area where Jungle Cruise and Indiana Jones is on the Disneyland side, that whole compact area right there. I don't know how they do it. No idea.
The thing that gets me, Eat the Magic. You gotta let us know when you're in town, boss. I gotta handle that. The thing that gets me is some of those people on scooters have really bad attitudes. Not everyone. Some of them are kind, but I think like throughout the day they get frustrated that people keep walking in front of them.
Yeah.
And you could just hear them like the excuse me's get a little more short-winded. The last time I was at Magic, not the last time, because the last time was the last day.
Nathan.
I'm trying to think. One of the ladies it was a lady that was on a motorized scooter was trying to figure out how to go through the treehouse.
With her
Swiss
scooter?
Robinson?
Yeah.
The Swiss Robinson family.
And you can't. We
You
were
gotta
like
take a boat over to that, right?
No. The one that's next to Club 33. Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. You just go in, and then the Jungle Cruise is right there, and you walk up.
Okay, I'm thinking of Tom Sawyer Island. I think is the
Yeah, you're thinking
Tom Sawyer Island. You got to take a boat over, which I've only done that once. Woo, that's a rough. If it's hot, man, I don't recommend it. But yeah, she was not complaining, but she was very snippy that she's very snippy about why can't I get my motorized car? I want to go to. I'm like, it's the stairs.
It's a tree, lady.
What's up, Mary? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, and so they were like, man, you got to walk up the steps. And then she was like, how many steps is it? Do you think I can?
I need a count.
Here's the thing. And listen, we're talking about the worst parts, but there's so many. We keep going because we love it. So let's hear that. The thing that bothers me the most is, excuse me, I'm about to laugh.
There's coughing
They
again.
have these conversations, right? They have these conversations with they have it right in front of the line. You know what I mean? When it's like we got a fast pass, let's go to the line, and like there's a big group, and they're like trying to talk to the cast member, like, what does this do? What is this all about? What is this? And you're like, please let me through.
Yeah.
Like trying to get. Oh my gosh.
I can't stand when people stop right in the middle of the walkway of anything.
That's what I'm saying. Oh man, I hate that.
Stop and they want to have a conversation, or they stop and look at the map.
Oh God,
Trying to figure out where they're at, or they got their phone out and they're looking for somebody. Like, get off to the side. Let people go through.
It's just like the highway. If you got to stop, you pull over to the side.
Away.
That's it. Exactly. So,
yes.
have you seen families where literally everyone has a scooter, the little kids and all? Drives me crazy.
And it's like a party bus through the park. Everybody hop on.
And for whatever it's worth, maybe they need it. I don't know, but
I've seen the mom have one, the dad have one, and then like if an aunt, uncle, or grandma's with them, and then the kids are little enough that they just like stand on the scooter and just caravan around. It's like, what is going on?
Once I saw two young guys racing through Epcot, wheelchairs on
Epcot. Yeah, they were probably drunk.
Oh my gosh.
There's something fun at the Boardwalk Resort. You can rent those like tandem
The bikes. Yeah.
things, and that they're pedal power. You can ride up and down the boardwalk with them. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we've never done that, but
Over if you do.
Let's see. I think that's about it. We're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank you guys. We were over 100 almost the entire time. So if y'all can do me a favor and watch some of the past live streams. Yeah, I saw the video that you were drunk on the scooter. I saw the video, Mary. So your video on that, it's quite entertaining. But yeah, so if you guys watch past live streams, we're so close to hitting that watch time. It's almost there.
And yes,
so thanks for hanging out with us for about 2 hours. We will see you next Saturday.
Yeah.
Will be our next live stream.
Yeah.
When are we doing a meetup? We're gonna let some of this when the when Jeremy comes down to Orlando, we're gonna do a meetup with everybody. So, whenever that he gets down, so we'll do it all. Unless y'all don't care, I could always like let you know that we'll do a meetup without Jeremy if you all want to hang out with us when Tugs is in town. We could do that as well too. I don't mind. So exactly, let's get this watch time up. Thank you, Mary, for that, and I appreciate y'all hanging out. Man, it's hard for me to leave when there's 125 people.
I know, it's awesome.
It's like hard for me to leave.
We love you all so much.
So yeah, because like I'm thinking about watch time, and there's all these people here.
Alex wants us to kidnap Jeremy. That'd be kind of fun. We go raid his house and kidnap him. That'd be kind of
fun. Wait, what is that?
Kidnapping Jeremy.
Oh, there we go. That's what.
Oh, thanks, Adam.
What's his name again? Adam.
DC Nintendo fanboy.
DC Nintendo fanboy. Ooh.
Isn't that on Twitch?
Yeah. Aw.
I'm dressing up as Jay for my costume when I go to Mickey's Halloween party.
Yes. Photos, please. Nathan said kidnap video. That's funny.
Phantom Menace says someone knocked Drunk's Wi-Fi out. That'll make it easier for him to leave. happened last night. I was on John Talks.
Yep.
And my Wi-Fi went out. Never got to say goodbye. Kind of sad. It's never goodbye. See you real soon. Yeah.
That's true.
Kid says, if you stream 2 more hours, I think I'd stay. You're getting me do so much work. Yeah, it sucked. I was on John Talks after a heated debate with Mary, and then we never got to like finish laughing and telling everybody that we're not mad at each other. We'll just let people think there's a big feud going on, and we'll just go from there. So
it might create more views for all of your channels.
Yeah, I know it'll make more people subscribe with all the drama. Angie shows up right now. Hey guys, look at that avatar. What is that?
It's
from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, what the heck is his name?
What's the name of that creature?
Alpha.
Ranger.
What?
Alpha.
Alpha.
Oh yeah, Alpha.
Ay.
Ranger. Rangers.
She's like, I'm
like,
like,
that one.
I'm just hanging on just for a few more minutes to get like watch time. Black Phoenix says, "This is podcast to me. You're helping my day go by faster." I hear you.
Love those comments.
Yeah.
The Geeks and Gamers soap opera channel.
Dude, we're still up to now we're up even more. You said I'm gonna cut you off. We're gonna see you later. We're like at 109. Now we're at 118.
Nice.
Do an expose on Mary. How much watch time is left? Before I checked, it was about 300 plus hours. 300 plus hours. Just talk about your Darth Vader onesie. I don't have one.
You should totally get one.
Do they make them?
Yeah.
They don't have a C-3PO onesie?
They do, but I haven't seen that. It's hard. That one's hard.
Speaking on the Darth Vader onesie that I'm supposed to get.
How about new?
Yeah, that's where I'm at on that one. You can reveal that I'm a furry.
Not the channel.
You are?
Oh God.
Hold up.
So yeah, I mean, we're stuck now to resorting my little playlist while there's still over 100 people in here. We're over 100 people in here. We should have a musical ending the show from.
There you go. MICKEY.
I can do Under the Sea.
Yeah, you can.
Under the Sea. Couple more questions and then we'll go. I know everyone's got stuff to do. Did your cat explode?
Oh yeah, they got into a fight. He's talking about the fur balls behind me. I'm so sorry. They got into a fight right before the stream started, or right before I came on camera.
Krista Joe says, "Thanks for another fun live stream. I love this weekly get together."
Thank
you. Peterson says, "How about Bader Bikini, Jay? You've got the figure for it."
I don't know if I want to see that.
I don't think that.
How about no?
Yeah, I mean that's just, under the sea. There is delicious food. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Kid Cassidy's getting saucy in here.
Keep the stream going till the watch time is complete. What do y'all want to see me eat lunch?
McDonald's run.
Mario Kart tomorrow, Jay. Possible.
Probably.
Oh, look at that. You guys are the highlight of my Saturday afternoon. Man, I appreciate that.
With my exploded cat.
I appreciate that.
Sorry.
We have a ton of fun stories from theme parks. Some I can't even remember. They'll just come like while we're talking, and they'll just hit us. We're gonna try to get a special guest on, but he has to stay, or she has to stay incognito. Unfortunately, Jeremy Swiggs, I cannot do that on this channel. So look at that. Look at everyone. Nobody wants to leave. Quit standing up, Mario Kart. I know. It's just late. That's all. We definitely are gonna have Eat the Magic on soon enough. Once I get some scheduling and stuff done, brother. We definitely want to talk. We'll have our special own foodie podcast where we talk about the different foods. And the thing is, that thing you're holding in your hand.
I'm all about that.
I did. I don't know, man. One time I got a pretzel from Disney and the cheese was bad and I got sick. I mean, it was bad.
Because you didn't look at the cheese.
It hit me hard too.
He didn't do it right.
I should have took the cheese back.
Wrong. You should have taken the cheese back. Yes, absolutely. Silly goose.
They're scented. Oh, those are not real food. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't eat that.
Props.
Oh.
Maybe they're ornaments. I know that they make like.
Okay, well, I'm going to need more info here. Eat the Magic. What?
Between you and your bro, who's older? Tugs would be older than all of us. And she's only 29.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Those are plushy foods that you have.
Oh my gosh. And they're scented? Hold up.
They smell like a pretzel? Does it smell like a pretzel?
I would like some, please. Hold on. What?
They used to sell plush food. Really?
Oh, that's right. 1 million years ago. I forgot all about that. And so that it smells like the pretzel. Yeah. Wow. That's old school.
You would buy a plushie that smelled like food?
Yeah. They were sent.
That would make me hungry all the time.
Like that. Would you put that in the bed? Like stuffed animal, plushie? Just what do you do with it?
You know what, Genesis? It used to be like that. It's not like that anymore.
It also depends on where you go.
Yeah.
Well, that too, yeah. The turkey legs are still so good.
The garden grill they actually grow their own vegetables and use that in the garden grill. So, and then like all right, last one. What's the name of that restaurant at Epcot? The fish place?
Fish and chips with a Y.
Frozen Crown?
No, it's next door.
No, at Epcot where you go to the under the sea. There's like a big.
The Coral Reef.
Yeah, the coral reef.
Oh.
I was at the coral reef. I was a few years ago, and it was supposed to be romantic.
Uh-oh.
You sit inside, right? And you're inside a giant aquarium. You've been there, right, Lee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're in this giant aquarium.
That's
And
so
I've been there a few times, but this was just happened to be one time. So you're in this giant aquarium and like giant fish swim by and stuff. We get halfway through the main course, I guess, and a giant, I don't know, like a grouper fish or something swims by and just poops, man, like right in front of everybody. And kids are freaking out. And it's like when a fish poops, it's like
it's a cloud.
Changes the color of the water.
It's all like,
Oh no.
and you're just kind of like watching it happen, and all the kids that are around are like, "What's going on, Mom? Like, what's
Ew!
He's pooping! My God!" Yeah. So
Hey,
it is. Isn't it a romantic type of place?
it is kind of cool because
Right now, yeah, it is. It's pretty
it's underwater, right? And
cool.
you can scuba dive in that aquarium. I've actually done that. That's a really cool experience.
true.
Story for another live stream.
That's even cooler. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I've never even heard
You know
of
what? On that note, we will see you later. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I will push the button.
Bye, guys.
Much love to y'all. Thank you all so much. Until next time.